forgot we killed Nibbles.
We left. I think we left Nibbles behind, right?
We forgot you were living in the airlock. But in your memory, we put up warning signs.
And before we start, I'm going to take a quick right back.
Okay, now
The
that
Gundam Squirrel is live.
now that we've fought through all the internet difficulties, everyone take 2 minutes, go grab yourself a drink, run to the restroom, any of that kind of stuff you need to do, and we will get started at 7:15.
All right.
My fantasy responding, so that's fun.
Come on, we need our captain.
Oh, there it goes.
Woo!
All right, how does one level up?
You click the. No, he had to do it for us, right?
Yeah,
I think
Did
he
you-
has to do it for you. Or we
Oh,
had to figure
okay.
out exactly how much XP we needed to level up. How does he level up again? We forgot.
have you already used all of your ranks?
Okay, back.
I think at 5th level we get a stat boost as well.
All right. All right.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yes.
just fine.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, my Discord was bugging. All right, I'm back.
Well, I do
Did
greatly
somebody tell Lucas
apologize.
that we're level 4, not level 5?
No, I
Lucas,
was
we're
just
level
talking in
4.
general.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about it earlier.
Well, I do greatly apologize for the difficulties in getting started this evening.
Speaking of
Start.
difficulties, Ben, I can't level up to 4.
You can't level 4, why not?
I don't know how.
I think you had to
You-
do it for us. Did you have
no,
to
you
put the
didn't
XP
drag.
there?
No. I assume you're wanting to be a level 4 operative?
Yes, please.
Okay, then you just open up the classes. You drag operative. There you go.
Thank you.
So you have 10 more skill ranks to spend.
Yes.
You get a new operative exploit. So, when we last left our intrepid group of semi-intelligent adventurers, they had just stepped through a shimmering portal in the city of Kabarat and stepped out at a mostly abandoned former military outpost known as Terhalu Point on the continent of Ugalam. The station at Terhalu Point sits at the tip of a broad peninsula covered in rolling plains and expanses of tall, pale green grasses that shimmer with violet hues in the wind. Short-lived blooms of magenta fungus tower nearly 20 feet over the landscape, though many have begun to wilt and others are marred by bite marks of a half-dozen sizes. Trumpeting calls echo across the plains as immense six-legged creatures with long, swooping necks trek steadily across the grass toward the western jungles. Beyond rises the Singing Range, its peaks barely visible through the haze. And in front of you is a mostly run-down military outpost with, you notice, just a small handful of guards. Look like they're probably mercenaries, sort of patrolling the area. What would you like to do?
I want to fight the first person I see. No, I'm just kidding.
We're still in Battle Royale. Sorry. Let's switch
Sorry.
over.
I was so ready to fight.
Okay. So we are here because we were investigating runes, right? We're trying to figure out where the runes are.
I believe right now we're trying to find a kidnapped professor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We have
Okay.
a. If I
So my
remember
question is,
correctly,
were you saying runes or ruins?
Ruins, but I said runes, but I meant ruins. The ruins with the writing.
Yes, you're looking for a lost civilization, lost city. A lost city of elves,
Misthaven. No.
ancient elves.
Yeah, and a kidnapped woman. Let's not forget the kidnapped woman.
Well,
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
think
was
so
she
strong.
Well,
kidnapped?
some of you are looking for a kidnapped woman.
Kidnapped woman.
Clearly, Cora is
Um,
just looking for a city of lost elves.
if I remember correctly, Professor. Oh, what was her? Started with an M. I don't remember.
Which one? The head of the
No,
department?
the nice one.
The head of the department.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name.
Yeah. Anyways, her. Okay. We know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, she told us that there was going to be somebody on the other side of the portal that could help us get supplies, correct?
Oh yeah, she did say that.
In fact, she did. And strangely, as that thought crosses your mind, out from one of the doors comes walking a human. Short, stubby, balding, male human.
Ben,
comes
did you put yourself in the game?
Hey now,
I'm kidding.
I'll have you know I'm moderate height and only slightly balding. As he walks out, he's wearing what can only really be described as safari attire. You know, khaki shorts, one of those funny hats, khaki shirt with lots of pockets.
Oh, it's Eliza Thornberry's dad.
Nigel.
Smashing.
Nigel Thornberry.
And he walks up to you and says, "Ah, you must be who Professor Mahali sent. I am Dr. Kahira Noff. It is good to see you. Welcome to Harlow Point."
Thanks. We're really happy to be here. This is very exciting.
I was about to say, you seem like a mighty quiet group.
Sorry, I
Sorry,
was
that's a complex name to spell out.
looking over sticky notes to see where I put our last ones. Professor, I found it. Professor Mahali, that you just said, but I found the sticky note.
It's so hard to not be the face.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Kira.
Yes. Well, I welcome you to Harlow Point. I understand that Dr. Mahali sent you, but she was not exactly explicit in what your mission was or what you wished to achieve here. Perhaps you could tell me what it is you're after. I might be of some assistance to you.
Well, did you see a group come before us? Because we're looking for them.
Yes. There was another group from the university that came through just yesterday.
Yes, we're looking for these anthropologists.
Well, they did not stay long, and I did not get much opportunity to talk to them. But I understood they were working with Dr. Solstarny.
Do you know where they went?
They headed inland, towards the Singing Range. They did not say specifically where it was they were headed. But I am sure that should you have a skilled tracker among you, you could follow their tracks. Were they not to wait for you if you're here working with them?
They lost funding.
I don't understand.
The university cut funding for their expedition. There's a little bit of a fiasco, a publicity fiasco for the university now, so they're taking a step back from things.
Well, the only thing that I overheard from the discussions with the guards is that they apparently were headed towards some sort of elven ruins, somewhere to the northwest. Some form of archaeological survey work. Although, one of the guards did say that he thought Dr. Solstarny looked quite ill. I'm surprised that she has decided to take the travel at this time, but she seemed to have a competent group with her. Perhaps slightly more, well, mercenary in their outlook than what we are used to.
Would you be able to point us in the direction of said guard that mentioned that she looked ill?
I think he's off shift now. I think he's asleep. But if you're willing to wait for him to awake, I'm sure he would be happy to talk to you.
You can't wake him up.
The shifts there are long and tiresome. Unless it is of utmost need, I'm sure he would prefer his sleep.
Yeah, our
think we
questions
should
probably
go
are
away.
very important.
I mean, I don't believe he personally conversed with Dr. Solstarny. It was just an observation he made.
Northwest, you said.
Yes,
Old elf in the ruins.
yes.
We
Toward
should
the elven
probably
ruins.
get going sooner rather than later. They have quite the head start on us.
Well, I was asked to give you all assistance. I will be happy to provide. I do not know if you are able to prepare yourselves as far as, what you'll need for traveling. across the grasslands and through the jungles. But I can offer certain goods if you need them.
What do you have in mind?
Well, this is a dangerous continent. It is a wildlife preserve, and there are many dangerous flora and fauna out there. I can provide you with rounds for your weapons. We have both standard and explosive rounds for sniper rifles and small arms. I have a suit of Lashunta ringwear, should someone need perhaps more protection than what they have brought with them. A curved carbon steel blade, for those of you who prefer perhaps hand-to-hand combat. Also tents, rations, medical supplies.
I think I need more rations. Yeah, I need more rations.
Well, I have here 12 weeks worth of rations.
How much is that? One bulk's worth?
I believe it is one bulk of rations is 1 week's worth of food. So it'll be 12 bulk of rations.
Oh god.
But you
All
can
right.
split that amongst the group.
Yeah, I'm already at 5 bulks, so I would actually not be able to carry that. I have a tent already, though.
I can
That
take
is one of my
that
bulk.
book, assuming we eat it down over time.
I also have full backpacks. The backpacks will help you carry roughly 2 bulk worth of items without additional issue.
I already have a backpack.
Is that better than the industrial backpack?
Like 2 more bulk than the industrial backpack.
I don't know what does your industrial backpack say.
The industrial
It
backpack
is
is
what-
one bulk.
No, it's 2.
It's got a strength of 2, but a bulk of 1, isn't it?
Oh, it has a bulk of 1, but it gives you an additional 2
So-
bulk of items. So yeah, I guess you're right. That is just 1 overall.
Let me look it up.
It also makes your carrying capacity higher, though.
So it makes your strength 2 higher for the purposes of determining carrying.
Yeah, it's the
capacity.
same backpack.
The consumer only gives it 1 higher. So
But if anyone doesn't have a backpack, I highly recommend it.
See, it
5
is
stars.
very helpful.
It's like a bag for your back.
but your
I should
industrial
probably change
backpack
that.
is better than than the consumer backpack is.
No,
I'm telling
sorry.
you, this technology is going to revolutionize the whole world.
I'll take a backpack because I can't carry a lot.
Backpack. That's more like a book bag.
So
Do you have
Kiasi
a-
needs
Bigger backpack than the consumer one? Or
Yes.
that's what I want then.
No, that's what Ryan and I have. Pose.
I have
Yeah,
I have
what I
industrial
have to
backpack
offer
as
is
well.
a consumer backpack.
Okay, well then. I already have that, thanks.
So Kiasi now has a consumer backpack.
Did he say something about a sniper rifle?
Explosive
He has ammo.
rounds.
Oh, he has ammo. I think I have ammo.
How much are the explosive rounds for small arms?
So it has explosive rounds for small arms, explosive rounds for a sniper rifle, and regular rounds for long arm sniper rifle and regular rounds for small arms.
Oh, I don't have explosive rounds. Hook me up.
So Eridan wants the explosive sniper rounds.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
exhaust once the explosive small arms.
Mine doesn't take projectiles.
Gonna take.
I use batteries.
But you can all recharge your batteries here. But he doesn't have any new batteries to offer.
I have 3 batteries filled up. I'm good.
Okay, everything is recharged. We got ammo. What else? Who wants a sword?
I know that's what I was about to ask because I do have the solar weapon, so I never need it. But you never know. It's always good to have a backup. I like swords.
Did you guys get the addition to Ringware 2 I just tried to share?
Oh yeah. Let's
That
see.
is some
That's
good armor.
it's heavy armor though.
Yeah.
Let me look. Let me look.
Holy
Does
shit
anyone
though.
use heavy armor?
Amanda does.
Soldiers, I think, can use heavy armor as well, right?
Yeah, but it makes me slow. And it has a max dex of 2, and my dex is 4, so
Well, we have
Well, I already have that one, so I'll take another. No.
does Eden use
is
heavy
there an
armor?
armor check penalty?
Can I wear both of them? Stuff it.
I thought there was a reason why I was like heavy armor is bad for me.
It
There's an armor
reduces your
check penalty.
speed.
There's an armor check penalty. No, it's bad.
Well, if I would have known I could have gotten this armor for free, I wouldn't have spent all my money on it. No, it's fine.
Two-handed. Oh. That sword is dope. Well, if no one wants the sword, Aerodin will take it. That's cool.
Eden would like it if.
Go for it. I think you have a higher strength than I do by far.
I think I do because I.
What about the heavy armor for Eden?
Ben, do you have the force field brown somewhere that I can add to my sheet?
Oh, where would that be?
I don't think
Armor
I got
upgrades, I
the
think.
heavy armor window.
Did you want it?
Um. Uh, 100. What does the armor penalty do again?
I don't think it does much, actually. Is there only one force field?
The ones you guys found
Here.
earlier.
Oh, that's the one earlier.
The one we have.
What's your what's your strength on Eden?
11.
Maybe that was
Eden.
why.
The armor check penalty
Mhm.
would apply anytime you're doing acrobatics, athletics, sleight of hand, or stealth.
Yeah, any dex-based skill. And it makes you slower. And it takes up more bulk. That's what it was. It's too heavy for me.
I can't carry anything.
It would be like 3 bulk, and I wouldn't be able to carry anything else.
Yeah, I'm already a bit encumbered. I can't do it. No.
Because we're not strong.
No.
I can carry all your stuff for you guys.
Every character I play, I decide, this isn't the character I want strength for. When would I ever need strength?
Have you ever played a strength-based character?
Never. Nope.
I don't think Summer has either. Have you, Summer?
No, I'm pretty sure my strongest character, and he's not even strength based, is a Medrin.
Huh.
Actually, no,
It's-
Julie's pretty strong, but she's definitely not strength.
She's dexterous.
It's strength and con that's always my two lowest stats.
Anybody want regular long arm or sniper rounds, or
I'll
regular
take 'em.
small arm rounds?
I'll take the long arm sniper just in case.
Does everyone else use small arms?
I mean, I have one.
I do, but I have 2 things of small arm rounds, but I never use my pistol.
'Cause I've got 2 small arm
Spells.
rounds.
Well, those now you have 2 more.
Woo!
All right, who wants the medicinal stuff?
I suppose I'll hold on to that as well. I am a doctor after all.
I was about to say whoever has like the highest medicine skill, probably.
That would be Zost.
Wait, Ryan.
Actually, I think
Are you-
Nibbles has the highest medical skill.
That's probably true.
Who is our doctor on the ship?
Toast.
We keep calling
Technically
Zost a
Zost.
doctor.
So
Ryan, what's your
Feels
medicine?
like
He's very adamant that he's not a medic.
those
Zost
Dr.
is only a
Zoidberg?
+7.
I have a plus
Dr.
13.
Zoidberg.
Give me the medicine, I'll fix people.
Here, you can have 4 spray flesh and 4 of these, 3 of these medicinal antitoxins.
All right, Ben, if you could add those for me, I gotta go put my son to bed and I'll be back.
Does anyone want a sticky bomb?
Yes. I mean, I'll take it if no one wants it.
It's a gift for your children.
Gotta teach them young to be pyros.
Give it to your least favorite one.
I don't have a least favorite one.
Explain to them why you only got 1 sticky bomb.
Okay, so Zost, you said you're keeping one of the antitoxins?
I'll keep 1 of each and give him 3.
Okay, so 3 spray flesh and 3 antitoxins.
Did I get the sticky bomb?
You should have, yes.
Okay, I'd like to stick it on one of the members of the crew. Tell who? It'll be a surprise.
Please don't.
Roll a d6 and it'll be that one.
What are we trying to figure out what to distribute?
Oh no, that's Eden trying to kill us with her sticky bomb.
Because we keep antagonizing him about his children.
You know, if you just stick it to one of your children, then you won't have this problem anymore.
Then you'll only have 2.
Then you'll have
And if
2
you need
favorites.
to figure out which one you like most, you flip a coin.
You know, hey, remember the conversation we had a while ago about how Eridan might be a cannibal? What about that? Right? Like, whoa, a cannibal.
What kind of
Cannibal?
robot
I
eats
didn't
other
hear
robot?
that.
I know, whoa.
I think instead of antagonizing Eden, that this is out of character, by the way, we should figure out who the group mom and dad is, and then figure out who their favorite crew member is.
Oh my god.
For once, it's not me. But if Rafal had to pick the answer, ooh, that'd be a hard one.
We've
Yeah,
all done some pretty
Rafal, who
bad
would you
stuff.
pick?
I mean, we haven't really had an opportunity to see who the mom and dad is, though.
He would pick Kevin.
Oh,
Dude, I think he might pick Kevin.
He would pick Kevin.
For what?
Like I'm confident.
really likes Kevin.
Aw.
He believes in her in like such a fatherly way. Like
Blackjack.
exactly.
Wait, am I Rafal? Is Kevin Rafal's favorite?
It's possible.
That's what he chose. Yep.
Because
Mhm.
Agrimar just gets on his nerves sometimes.
Suck it, Agrimar. Even though Kevin commits crime?
Yeah, but see, like, Kevin's crimes don't, like, directly make Rafal's life harder. Agrimar's do.
No. Eventually, Kevin's decisions are going to make life harder because she did become a weapon stealer.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I'm
But
sorry.
he doesn't know about that yet, so you're still his favorite.
I'm really sorry about that.
You know, I changed my mind. The answer's Thule.
Hey, she didn't stop Kevin from being a weapon stealer, though. So.
That's true. God damn it. You all suck.
Well, hey now. Phelan, okay? She
That's
was
true.
Really fizzy
cool.
britches.
Phelan did turn her life around. But she did not tell me about that portable hole.
That is true. But
She's
also,
like,
I think Kevin should be your favorite again because you did suck her into a portal of hell. And if she doesn't at least get a knighthood from that, she should at least
You
be your
know,
favorite.
you just have to ask, you know? Like,
Yeah, no, that's
Agrimar
just
didn't.
me as a player wanting the knighthood. I don't think Kevin wants the knighthood. But
Okay, so
but
does
yeah,
anyone
we're gonna
else?
head off northwest when we're ready to go.
Yeah.
and we
But-
should all make fun of
Before
Eric.
you leave, perhaps I
Yeah.
could be of some assistance to you in determining a path. I know you plan to follow them, but you don't know roughly where you'd like to go.
You think you'd be able to follow their tracks? Point us in the right direction?
I'm confident you will be able to follow them, yes, but do you know where you're going? Do you know where they're going?
Well,
You
you just
said the
the
Elven runes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but do you know where they are?
Northwest.
So the northwest. Do
Yes.
you have a map?
We have many maps here.
Map would be great.
A compass? Do you have a compass? That'd be even better.
I have a compass.
Okay.
There's the sun.
Do you have GPS
Um,
coordinates? Because that would just be even better.
do
Well, there are
we? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, please, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, this is actually an out of character. From what we received from Professor Alabians,
Ugh.
in in the things that he sent us about Halquim Zan's notes, I know that what's his face, the guy that kidnapped Pakwal, he was very interested. Is there anything like of note in there that we found that could like give a set location?
Excellent question. If I had a bottle cap to give you, which I do, I would give you one. Actually trying to understand where you're going. Look at you go. So, as you break out the notes and everything and begin discussing them with Dr. Kahir, he begins to talk about the Oatian elves. Have you heard of the Oatian elves yet?
Can I roll to see if I've heard of them?
No, I'm saying like in the game we've played so
I don't
far.
think you've.
No,
think
I
you've
don't
told
think
us
so.
about
I don't think so, no.
I didn't think so
No.
either.
I was going to do a roll.
them.
Well, go right ahead. Those of you who are from Castroville, go ahead and make me a history.
Do you want it in the tower or just out in the open?
In the tower, please.
Which
I
skill?
don't have a
Is
history.
it culture?
You know, I really wish they wouldn't always rename the skills between every game. Yes,
I was like
culture.
looking, I was like, wait.
Did it go in? I don't think it went in.
That one did. From Kiasi, anyway. Kore. Okay, none of you have ever heard of the Oatians before.
I know, Sam. That doesn't sound familiar.
Not an anthropologist.
You mean ocean elves? Because, like, mermaids?
Pointy ears, right?
They have fins.
Yes, these elves were inhabited Ukalam millennia ago. And their occupation, well, it predates the use, certainly the use of common and even the widespread use of the Lashunta language. If you wish to travel there, you will need some means of understanding their speech, their writings.
Who has
The
that spell?
I have comprehend languages.
excellent, that should serve you well. These elves, they've been gone for millennia now. But they had, well, their most famous ruins were, well, they were fairly luridly described by Halaquim Zahn in his book. But they are somewhere in the Singing Range. And that must be where, that must be where Dr. Sostarni is going with her group. So that must also be where you go. I can show you in the maps the approximate location of the ruins. And he pulls out a map and is, showing you. I don't know if this will actually zoom in for you guys the way it's zooming. I can zoom it in. Let's see if it does. Did y'all get zoomed in at all?
Nope.
Okay.
So
Well,
zoom in. Okay.
Do you see where the
There
big arrow is pointing right now?
Yep.
Yep.
So that was your trip from Kabarat
Mm-hmm.
to Terhalo Point. So Terhalo Point is like right there.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
This person is pointing to somewhere roughly there.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was this like hole in the mountains. Cool.
So he estimates that if you make, good pace, you don't get lost, you keep up, you're probably going to be there in 10 to 12 days.
What's the worst that could happen on,
we
a
die.
wild mountain
How
next to
many
the ocean?
rations do we have?
So, given that it's going to take you 10 to 12 days, you need to be sure that you've got all the
20 days of rations.
Can
Yeah,
we
you
have?
need-
Can we get like a wagon to carry our rations or something like that?
Speeder bike?
no,
Hover platform.
there's no track. You're going to be going through jungle. You're not going to be able to haul a cart. You're going to be going up and down a mountain.
An invisible
Like-
butler?
Because
This is
each one
backpacking.
ration is
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 a
one
7
bull.
days.
So
That's
max you
insane.
need.
No, because I
Uh,
have 5 and it's only 1 bulk. Did
I
I put
have
that in
one
wrong?
and it's one bulk.
Oh, well, I guess I never changed the bulk then.
No, it'll show as one bulk, but come in as 3 bulk in your inventory, like in your total bulk. So it all adds up by itself.
I hate this bulk system.
Okay, how much is one field ration?
One
I-
one bulk is worth 1 week's of food rations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
So
one.
you
So
only
I
need
so-
2 to get through.
Basically, assume that you're carrying like one bulk is somewhere between 5 to 10 pounds.
okay.
So you're carrying like 10 pounds of jerky
And we
flour
decided
and
if my unencumbered is 6 and my total bulk is 6, I'm encumbered.
What happens when I'm encumbered?
you get slowed down slightly.
Oh, okay, well.
I'm at like total bulk 9, but unencumbered is 8. But encumbered says 17.
So you're encumbered right now. So
You're
you're
lightly
even
encumbered.
slower.
Okay, guys, sorry. I have things to carry.
Okay, well. I have a flare gun for survive. That's
You really can't carry a lot then.
Yeah, you can't. Like, you can carry your weapon, your armor, a backpack. Like, I'm not very strong. Like, damn.
But yeah, I just don't understand why does it go from like unencumbered is 8 to encumbered is 17? Like, what's in between there? Because it says at 9 I'm encumbered, but then why does it say encumbered is 17? Like, should I be able to get up to 17?
Basically, it's you can have up to your encumbered, which has no penalty. Beyond that, you're encumbered. If you go beyond your the next step up, you're overburdened.
And if you go beyond overburdened, you just can't move.
Yeah, if you're overburdened, you reduce each of your movement speeds to 5 feet, reduce your dexterity bonus to AC to 0, and take a -5 penalty strength and dexterity based checks. At encumbered, you reduce each of your movement speeds by 10 feet, reduce your maximum dexterity bonus to AC to +2, take a -5 to strength and dexterity based checks.
So I need to drop something so I'm not encumbered anymore.
Like leave it back on the ship whenever we left it.
Yeah, you might, since this is a backpacking trip, you might
So
need
I
to
will
be
need the micro
choosy about what you take with you.
Yeah, I left a good chunk of the medical supplies back on the ship. The bulkier stuff.
Even just like bringing the tent, field rations,
and everything. That's a
my
lot.
weapons and armor. I'm like, I'm at 5. Like, that's crazy.
I'm not. Well, that's an extra set of armor, so I don't need it. So yeah, I guess I don't need to carry that. But
Right.
that puts me right at 8.
So we want to
If
be
you're at 8, if you're at 8 and your encumbered is, or your unencumbered is 8, you're
8.
encumbered.
No, it says it still says I'm unencumbered at 8.
Well, Ben rolled it the other way, so
Well,
No,
I'm just
I'll say that it goes up to like
Their strength 4.
it's half your strength is what the rule book says.
because the character sheet says at that number it says unencumbered, and at 9 it said encumbered. So I just can't go above 8. So we're not allowed to pick up anything on this trip, guys.
So Eridan, you've got an industrial backpack, right?
yeah, no, it says like I have unencumbered at 6, encumbered 12, overburdened 13. And I have a total bulk of 5. So can I have a total bulk of 6 and be unencumbered?
You can have a total bulk of 6. In fact, I
I
would
will
say
take 1 more week's worth of field rations, please.
okay.
And I can take 2 weeks worth of field rations for somebody, but I don't need food.
Zeus doesn't need to eat.
Ioun stone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got that. So that's something we'll all have to invest in
It
eventually.
is. I'm. Does anyone want to take it? Do we all sharing a tent?
How many people does my mass-produced tent fit?
I think it'll fit 4.
Nope,
I
it's
have
2.
mass.
2, excuse me.
A standard tent has an occupancy of 2 people. You
I
can
got
double
one.
the occupancy of a tent by doubling its price, triple by tripling its price, and so on. Oh,
I'm not even carrying a tent.
Does that
So
mean
Yeah,
for
I can't
bulk,
carry a
does
tent.
bulk go up or does it remain the same for a bigger?
it didn't say the bulk went up, so I guess it remains the same. So I just have to pay for a bigger tent.
I'm going to say your tents hold 4.
Cool. I can hold 4 people,
I can hold 4.
and
Perfect.
on the good news, it allows characters within to treat warm weather. Or where was it? It adjusts the severity of hot weather in a similar fashion to the way that it would protect you against severe cold weather conditions. So if it gets too hot, we can just jump in the tent.
So it treats the weather inside as 1 level less severe than the weather outside.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So the captain was
to-
correlating the book, or are we good to go?
I think we're
Wait,
good to go.
just I'm still at a total bulk
Sorry, what was
of
that, Rachel?
11. I'm sorry. I'm still at a total bulk of 11 right now.
That's because you have
And
all
I'm
those
in-
weapons, I bet.
I do, yes.
Just
And I don't know which one to let go of.
Oh, you're just
She
gonna
also
have to
has
pick.
she also has 4 bulk of field rations.
Oh shit! Give two
Give
of
me
those to
2 of
Zoe.
those.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. I just feel uncomfortable.
I'm not gonna
Leaving
eat
a-
it.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
she's got
field rest.
she's got a 2 bulk auto target, or excuse me, he has a 2 bulk auto target rifle, a 2 bulk carbon steel blade, a 2 bulk hidden soldier armor.
The blade is 2 bulk.
I took one for the team. Yeah.
Leave that shit on the
20
like.
pounds.
Give
Oh,
that
I wish
back
I
to him.
could.
Oh, well, with the sword, I have 5 meal rations right now, so I could leave 3 of them and then I can carry the sword.
Okay, let's
Um,
see. Let's just do
you
the
need
math.
at least,
All right. We have
so if
5 people that need to eat for 12 days. So
Mhm.
we need
24 days, assuming you want to come back. So,
so you need
so
at least at
And
most
also-
3 field rations in order to last there and back.
And also,
Assuming we don't
can't roll
stay for a
plan-
day.
Yeah, we also have to plan in case we do get lost. So we have to pack maybe a little bit extra field rations. I mean, we can't just
I'm
plan.
comfortable with having 5.
I mean, I'm imagining that we could forage for food also.
Do we know what's poisonous
No, we
out
don't.
here?
No.
You can
Or
absolutely
forage
forage for
trail?
food. It will take some skill checks to determine, what you should and shouldn't eat.
I hope somebody has a good survival skill.
All right. Here's the real question. How the fuck do we get a bag of holding in this world?
I don't think they exist.
That's bullshit.
I have a -1 survival, so we should be fine.
Survival.
have
I've
a plus
got
20.
a decent survival. I've got a +6.
I've got a +6 too.
+11, Zost, what?
I'm a survivor.
He
why
not
I
gonna
play
give
on the
up,
field
what? He not gonna stop, what? He gonna work harder.
Okay, so do I have to be unencumbered for this?
Thank you, Amanda.
I really don't want to drop any of my guns.
You're gonna have to
Well,
leave
I
some on
mean-
the ship.
Oh,
You can switch them out, and then you'd be like, this one didn't do me good. I'm gonna go play with my other toy today. It's like I tell Charles, you cannot dump out all the blocks if your Legos are out. You want one or
Also,
the other.
we got to think about what we're going to find there that we want to take back with us.
Yeah,
And I would much rather leave stuff behind in our ship that we can get it later than have to leave it behind in the Elven ruins somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave behind the curved blade that gets rid of 2. I just need to get rid of 5 more. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
dragging.
How much money do you guys have?
A lot.
560 credits.
543.
661, and I have 300 UPB.
Yeah, I have
And
200.
it'd be great if you take UVP.
I have 873 credits.
You guys have combined, because someone who I'm not going to name has quite a bit of money.
Nibbles.
It's
You
gotta
have-
be Eden.
5,482 credits amongst the group.
Somebody's not spending their wealth.
I'm going to
Yeah.
point out that at some point, if you have so chosen, and I will totally let you retcon this, that there's an item called a Null Space Chamber Mark 1.
Yes, we want it.
Well, how much is it?
3,050 credits.
What?
But it is a circular device, often designed to be strapped to an arm or a backpack. When you press a button on the side, the device creates a circular extra-dimensional rift to a pocket space, the size of which is determined by the null space chamber's model.
Oh.
You can close it by pressing the button again, causing the entrance to the space to disappear. Anything stored within the space remains, however, traveling with the item. The null space chamber can be opened and closed only from the outside.
It's like a black hole.
It is a bag of holding.
Ah,
You can close up to 25 bulk in the device's pocket space, a 3-foot cube.
I can hold all of our rations easily.
If everyone puts 500 credits towards it,
Yeah.
Done.
Done. Yeah. No.
Done.
Sold.
And everyone except Kiasi has 500 credits to do that.
how much more you need?
I have
Is Zos the
420.
one hoarding his wealth?
Zos has 560.
No, it's Eden
I
with
have
all his kids.
543.
No,
We
no.
know it's Eden.
Okay, look here. I actually need to talk to Ben about it, but I don't have that much wealth because I didn't realize how to subtract my credits because I had to write notes. And
Things
unless
cost
you gain, like,
money.
2,000 gold pieces when I wasn't here, I only have 219 credits.
Oh, well, I can fix that then.
I already fixed it, but I do have 300 UBD, UPD.
So can we spend UBP on it?
Yeah, QBPs are also money.
Yeah,
but
I can get rid of 500 credits. I can get rid of
Alright.
540.
how much are UPB, UPB
1-to-1.
to credits?
They're 1-to-1, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it has the same exchange rate as regular credits.
All right, I spent mine.
Okay, so we should be.
Now the real question is who gets to carry this very expensive item with all of our food?
Nibbles.
Nibbles, you run off too often.
I think clearly,
The food will be
I think
safe.
Claire is the captain. You've elected her captain. She's clearly the most trustworthy.
It's the greatest
And
treasure.
we all live to protect her, so.
I was gonna say, I think the two crew members that witnessed me make a deal with a smuggler would disagree, but I would agree.
I mean, it's literally my job to, like, protect you no matter what
Well,
you do.
I gave it to you, so you can do whatever you want to do with it.
All right, I vote we give it
We
to
agreed
Amanda.
to use our UPB for it, or
However you want to put together $500.
oh, okay, then I can.
So we
Can we
take
have,
all
like,
that
a
stuff that the
separate
guy asked
sheet?
us.
You could make it like a note or something.
Yeah, because I don't know how to add up the bulks in it without, you know.
Fine.
All
Separate
right,
character
but
sheet
I've
for
got
that.
2 bulk of field rations. I'm taking them off.
Hey, wait, who has it?
We're
I
giving
do.
it to you.
Oh, Amanda's getting it?
I thought, right?
I was getting
Captain? I don't care who gets it.
I don't really care either way. I
Right
just
now,
want
the
to make
captain
sure
has it. She can
has
put
it.
And
she can pass it on to whoever she wants.
can I store some of my guns?
I'll keep track in the notes on my character sheet. What all we have in it.
I have a better idea. I'm making a public note
Oh yeah.
called "Bag of Holding."
Hold on.
Just
You guys should all be able to edit that now.
Hey. We need to make sure we keep track of the bulks and everything. I guess it doesn't really. Well, it only matters if we take it out of there and put it into our inventory. No, because it can only hold up to 5, right?
okay.
Yeah.
25 bulk.
Mm-hmm.
How do you edit it?
I think it said is read only right now.
Yeah, it's blocked.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. You don't need the tent.
Okay, well, maybe one of you guys are going to have to make it then. I thought you could share it.
Can you just open the padlock on the top right?
Mine is. It says it's open.
Huh.
Does that one work?
I see a blue dot.
The bag of holding.
Yeah, I see a
Bill.
blue dot.
You guys like game. You can't edit other people's notes.
You can't edit it. It says
No,
it's a
it
bot.
still just says read only.
So,
That's
Captain,
unfortunate.
you have to make one, and we'll keep up with it.
I got it. Somebody start a Google Doc that we can all edit.
I'm opening it up right now.
Or can we create like a different character sheet where it's blank except for the inventory, and we can all have access to it?
No, I know once somebody like takes ownership of a character sheet, they're the only ones who can edit it.
Okay.
Okay, well, I trust you guys to figure that out. In the meantime,
Yeah, let's get our butts on the road. Oh, wait, can bring this rifle now. Let's go.
Here, Captain. Here are all the weapons and some food.
Are we what can or cannot go in to this bag?
you can store up to 25 bulk of whatever.
Everything.
No live grenades.
I'm not going to store it.
Turn it inside out. We'll see what happens.
You could even put those 18 children in there.
They're little,
Can
so they put away a lot.
Did you guys edit your weapon specialization damages on your actions?
Yeah.
What?
So, as you guys have all finally gotten all your stuff together, you've taken a look at a few maps, you think you have a good idea of where you're supposed to be going. You start making your way inland. And ever since you've gotten here, it's been hot. Like, you got here early in the morning, took you a few hours to get this, set up. And as you're heading out, you realize it's really hot. It's like 100 degrees outside.
That's a nice day.
Not there's humidity.
Yeah,
It's
100 degrees and full humidity.
Oh,
Ah.
hell.
that's terrible then.
Literal hell.
It's
Summer.
like 85% humidity. You're just begging for some rain to try to knock it down.
And
And
the rain makes it worse. Also, after it's done raining, you're like, well, fuck.
and mechanically, what everyone is experiencing is very hot conditions.
I thought our armor protected us from that.
We have some people have environmental heat climate clothing.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
Oh, yeah, my
Plus
environmental clothing. That's what I have.
Oh,
It'll
yeah,
give us
me
a
too.
+2 bonus on circumstance bonus to fortitude saves against environmental heat dangers.
Yeah, I put on
Now-
my environmental clothing.
Here's the question. Do you know how long those things last?
Our clothing?
Your environmental protections.
I believe it's 24 hours per
Per level of your armor.
level of your armor.
What?
What? No, the environmental clothing is always is on.
Oh, no, the environmental clothing is fine. But the environmental clothing means you're not wearing armor.
You can
Oh,
wear
wait.
clothing under your armor.
But you don't get the
No,
benefit of it.
we talked about it, that you can't wear the clothing under your armor, because then we'll actually be hotter with it under the armor than just wearing the clothing.
Well, shit. But there's one of them where you can like combine them, right?
With other types of
You can combine
Clothing.
clothing with clothing.
Gotcha. Okay, so as we're walking through this treacherous jungle, we can either wear armor or be comfortable.
Correct.
Cool. Cool.
Now, again,
Cool.
your armor will provide you protection for the hot conditions for 24 hours per level of your armor.
Well,
So-
until we get into a tent and cool off, and then it'll go refresh, right?
It won't refresh.
I'm so
a con-
confused. Why not?
Okay.
It says the heat deals non-lethal damage to the victim. A character can't recover from the damage dealt by a hot environment until they get out of the heat. So as long as you get out of the heat, you're good.
Yes, you will feel better. Your armor will not naturally regenerate. You're getting away from civilization. You're not going to have a recharging station. And
Yeah,
effectively,
you
that's what you're doing.
have
You're
to
consuming
recharge
the.
internal
Well,
batteries.
what if we
in
have
your system.
batteries?
Well, I would let you substitute a battery for 1 day's worth of protection, but then you're not going to have recharging for your weapons.
But a battery that has 20 charges would get us through the whole trip.
No, I'm saying one battery would get you a day.
But my battery has 20 charges.
Yes, which is the equivalent of 20 shots of a rifle. Or I'm giving you an extra 4 hours for a battery.
Oh. Well,
It's
that would
supposed
just
to
be a
be
waste
deadly.
of a battery.
So, right now, you're wearing freebooter armor, which is level 2.
Yeah, I get that.
So you've got
So I should just take off my armor and walk in the clothing.
that is certainly one option.
Or
So
you can walk for 12 hours with it on and then rest for 12 hours and extend the life of your armor.
Wait,
That's
I'm
another
confused. Where are these rules even at for the armor?
They're not entirely fleshed out, so this is. I will admit I'm stealing partially from a different podcast that I've listened to. But
Okay, because that's what's confusing me, because there's nowhere about the armor.
Because right here it says with the clothing, it says clothing is often worn both under and over armor, and its benefits apply in nearly all situations. So because it's so hot, that's not one of the situations it's going to apply for.
So here's what I'm reading. Environmental protections. Speaking of armor stuff. Space can be an inhospitable place with countless dangerous worlds within it. Unless otherwise specified, all armor protects you from a range of hazards to ensure that you can survive for at least a few days. If you must make emergency repairs to the hull of a starship, explore an alien world, or endure exposure to an environmental breach in a space station. Some armors do this through an environmental field, while others can be closed with helmets and airtight seals. So I'm granting you that you get a few days from your armor, but you don't get an indefinite protection.
Okay, but Amanda made a good point, because the environmental clothing says clothing is often worn both under and over armor, and its benefits apply in nearly all situations.
Right, so you get your +2 to your check, but that does
Right.
not protect you from the heat itself.
No, I
Right.
get that, but you guys were saying we couldn't wear both.
They might have gotten that wrong.
There's probably
Okay, so we
contradictory
put on the
rules within
environmental
there.
clothing and the armor. We're gonna get the benefits of the armor, and then when the armor runs out, we get the benefits of the clothing against the fortitude saves.
Yes. I'll grant
Got
you
it. That was the part that I was bitching about, because I was like, why can I not wear both? I'm so confused.
Well, I will admit, personally, I think it's silly to say that you're going to be wearing armor. You're wearing clothing that's going to keep you cool underneath armor.
No, it's like
Or
Under
over
Armour.
Armour.
It's literally how Under Armour works. When you sweat into it, it keeps you cool underneath your football pads. Like, that's how Under Armour works.
It like takes your sweat, but it's the
It cools you
fabric.
down. Yeah,
It's weird, but it's
it's an amazing feeling.
also why cowboys wear long sleeves, because they sweat outside
Yeah.
and then the wind blows and their sweat keeps them cool.
Yep, also accurate. It's also why knights in medieval times would wear clothes under their armor.
Well, I have granted your point. You can get your bonuses.
So, just so I understand, we'll get a +2 from the environmental clothing, and then we'll have the advantage with our armor until the armor runs out because it only lasts so long in certain environments.
Right. So
And then we're just down to the clothing.
so yeah, you don't even have to start making checks until your armor runs out.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay. And the armor lasts for you said 4 days?
So
It
I'll
depends
read
on the
day
this.
per
level of
level
your
of armor.
armor.
I'll read this specifically, and we'll forgive any spoilery type material. This is straight from the module. Your destination lies approximately 120 miles west-northwest through a trackless expanse of subtropical forest. Assuming a speed of 30 feet, the PCs can cover about 12 miles each day. The PC's trek will not be easy. The days are long, hot, and muggy, with temperature rising to above 9 degrees shortly after dawn. As a result, the PCs must endure very hot conditions for about 12 hours each day. The PC's armor can provide them with environmental protection for 1 day per level of the armor, and if used sparingly, could protect the group for most of the journey.
So as long as we spend like just a couple of hours each day outside of our armor, we'll better our chances overall of making it.
Yeah, because then it sounds like as we're traveling for about 8 hours.
So, yeah, traveling somewhere between 8 and 12 hours a day. You must make a fortitude saving throw each hour with a DC of 15 plus 1 per previous check, or take 1d4 non-lethal fire damage. Characters wearing heavy clothing or armor of any sort take a -4 penalty to their saving throws. A character can attempt a survival check to receive a bonus to this saving throw and might be able to apply this bonus to other characters as well.
So I'll automatically take -4 because I have heavy armor.
Yes.
Anyone
Well,
wearing
everyone who's
armor.
wearing their armor for the environmental protection still gets a -4.
If we die, we die. Let's go.
And I can make survival checks to attempt to boost that save for us.
Yes.
And I can as well.
Yeah, I've stopped
Literally.
caring. Let's just go.
Oh,
If we die, we die.
We will not die. We will live to get to the ruins.
Is there
Then we will
a
die.
reason we can't just cut across water? Like, is there a boat that we can get to like make this trip shorter?
You don't actually know where you're going. You just know the general location, and you're trying to follow these people. Now, you can try to get a boat.
Into the ruins inside of the mountains while hiking the mountains.
All right, let's go.
okay.
Let's do it, guys. Let's fight this.
And in the least metagamey way, the adventure doesn't say anything about a boat, so you don't have one.
I'm sorry, y'all. Can I just give my last field ration to someone because I am literally at my last.
I'll hold on to it for you.
I thought all your field rations went in the bag of holding.
She had 5.
I had. I'm unencumbered.
And I can carry mine.
Those can take one.
Oh, but that means I can bring a gun.
Okay, so you guys start trekking off, and we're going to have some individual counters here. So I'm going to start a note. A new note.
New note.
You got my note.
Oh, yeah. That's right. There's a note about Eden's family, guys.
Why are you so interested in my family? What?
Because you talk
just
about
their
them all the
names.
time.
Okay,
That's because I love them.
Eridan, you have 48 hours of environmental protection.
Get bent.
Nibbles, what level is your armor?
Level 5.
How?
I didn't buy new weapons or anything like that. With all that money we got, I bought armor.
Yeah, my gun is like level 50. I don't know.
Okay, so Nibbles
You
has
bought a level
120
5
of 120 hours
I think
of
my gun's
environmental
level
protection.
5. Yeah, I have a level 5 weapon.
I just
Eden, what is your armor's level?
level 2.
Same
You
as
have
these.
48 of 48 hours. Kiasi, what about yours?
4.
Okay. 96. of 96 hours. Corey.
I'm sorry. Where does it say the level? Oh, 5. Sorry. Okay, 5.
But you also have heavy armor,
Yes.
so
which
you
is a
shouldn't wear
negative.
your heavy armor, right? Or
Well,
does the heavy armor matter?
No,
As
our
long
level
as-
of armor doesn't matter. Or the
As long
type
as
of
the armor is protecting you, you're going to automatically pass your save.
Oh, okay.
But once the armor protection is exhausted,
She's gonna
if she
have
continues
to
to
take
wear
off.
it, she's going to get a lot of penalties.
Okay.
So when it's done, I need to not wear it.
And
I
Zost,
also,
what about you?
Most is a level 3 armor.
I also have
Ben,
I also have another suit of armor that gives me another 24 hours.
Oh, hey, now if I have enough bulk. Hey, Zos, pass over that armor that we swiped.
Okay.
Which armor did we swipe from the professor?
That was a
Lashunta
Kasatha microwave
Temple.
or something like that.
Yeah, the Lashunta temp weave.
Captain,
And
can
it-
I put 1 field ration in the bag of holding? Because then I'm going to bring my backup armor as well.
So if I just take this, it'll put it in my inventory from yours, right?
I don't know.
It did last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Zoe
moves it
Aerodin?
to-
That's
Those
so
Aridin.
dope. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that, and then if we run into the professor, I guess I could give it to her. But I'm gonna hold it as a backup because that's level 4. Damn.
Okay. On your first day of travel, how long do you want to travel?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Let's give it a shot, right?
So let's see.
I mean, we could even go for 12. We're trying to set up.
Let's see how 8 goes.
Let's see how his survival check is on picking up their trail. Let's play it by ear.
That's fair.
Hey, Nigel.
Have a -1 survival, okay, guys? This is why you guys talk me out of dumb things.
Zos, what's your survival?
Plus 11.
Ah, me too. I will attempt to aid Zost in their survival check.
Does that blade of grass look bent to you?
No, but that giant footprint does.
Okay.
Do those caterpillars look particularly hungry?
So,
Man-eating caterpillar.
who wants to make me the very first survival check to try to follow the people you're following?
You want it public or in the town?
We'll make this public because no one else gets to make it.
I'm gonna.
So pick whoever you
Can
want.
I roll to aid?
You can roll to aid.
All right, I'm gonna roll to aid.
You do
Can
not.
you get multiple
Hold on.
aids?
I did not click the right thing. I just threw a d20. That's a 17 to aid, so he gets an aid.
Can you get multiple aids?
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
2 on each success.
Well, shit, I've got a pretty decent survival. I will help as well. No, I will not. I'm not helpful.
So
What
you
if I
get
have
1
a-
plus 2.
Can I try and help still?
Right.
29.
29! Holy
Zost.
shit.
And you actually get another plus 2 because you got both Dr. Solstarni's notes and the files from Alabian's 21-2.
31.
Oh,
31?
I told you that blade of grass looked bent.
And those caterpillars look hungry.
That means that something ominous was coming from the west.
So, as you begin trekking, you're able to see there's a pretty clear path leaving Terhalo Point. Well trodden. And again, the doctor there at the camp said that the group that had left was gone, about a day ahead of you. So, the tracks aren't particularly old. And as you travel, the first 2, 3, 4 hours, you continue to have a pretty easy time following their tracks. It's not anything particularly difficult. But you do start noticing a lot of other tracks, animal tracks and the like, that have come through. And as you look around, especially off to the sides of the main track where the group was traveling, you see that there are fungal spores kind of, scattered throughout not very far off of the path, but on either side of the path, there's pretty routinely fungal spores that are spread around. And you don't think that happened by accident.
Does it look like new, like recent growth?
It does.
Alright.
It also looks like these growths have been, they are being eaten by a variety of animals.
Keep your eyes sharp. I wouldn't expect the wildlife to take to this foreign plant life too friendly. If it's poisoned them in any way, expect hostiles, and I caution you against breathing too close to those spores, unless you want that growing inside of you.
Go ahead and anybody who's interested, go ahead and make me a survival check on these fungal spores.
In the tower or public?
You can do it publicly.
Listen, I will not breathe near the spores.
Oh, did mine roll? It didn't.
All right.
Eden got that natural 20.
I
He's
did.
never seen any spores before in his life.
Okay, so Nibbles, Edent, and Eridan. Eridan, you recognize these as a fairly common. Castrovel's an interesting planet. It's got a lot of fungal life, and this looks like the equivalent of wheat, basically. I mean, it's something very common, but it's something that a lot of animals graze on. And Edent and Nibbles, you also recognize it as almost something of a staple food. It grows very quickly in these sort of environments, and it tends to attract a lot of animals. You've heard stories of people using it almost as bait. They will seed an area and try to attract animals that are interested in hunting.
Is it safe to eat?
It is not particularly safe for humanoid species.
Hmm.
And it's not going to kill you. It's not like poisonous, but it's very foul tasting and not likely to be enjoyable.
Okay, but okay.
We're rats. We're used to it.
Not rats.
Oh, man. I love this. Okay.
And is everyone using their armor for the entire trip today? Or are you going to be doing spells or what?
Zost is going to take his armor off for this first stretch.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to as
I
well.
need it later.
Yeah, let's
Mean
put it
so as
on when
well.
it gets unbearable, right? That's the idea.
Go for a little
Well,
bit.
the question is, are we traveling through the hottest part, or are we traveling through the coldest part?
Is this all level downhill? Or
This is fairly flat grasslands. You haven't hit the mountains or the jungle yet.
Eames will take his off for the entire duration then. He'll start putting it on when it becomes more intense.
Okay. Then I need everyone who decided to take their armor off to make me fortitude saving throws.
Those who have heat climb clothing get a +2.
All right, let's do this thing. And do we get any bonuses from his survival?
I'll give everybody a +2 from his survival.
Oh,
no!
okay.
So with a
That's
total
fine.
of +4, I got a 13.
I got 28.
You and me, Zeus. You and me.
Okay.
That's the one,
Guys,
buddy.
So
what the heck?
you guys are clearly not experienced traveling in these sorts of conditions.
Nothing, guys. Imagine doing this in the middle of a war. Come on, people.
So
The grass is uncomfortably tall.
we've got
What's the DC?
the DC is
15 for the
15.
first.
Ah, I failed.
16 after that.
Did everyone fail except for me?
I kept my armor
Yep.
on.
Everyone except Corey, and so everyone else is going to take 1d4 heat damage.
That ain't no thing.
This
So
will be the
everyone
first
takes 3 non-lethal damage.
Hit me.
Let's see here.
That's fatigue, right?
And you are now fatigued. Yes.
So, how much was
Where
it?
did we put
It's
that in?
3 fatigue, right? Is non-lethal 3
It's-
fatigue?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're all remembering how to play Starfinder. It's okay.
It's been a month since we played, so
the fatigue and the wounds thing I understood. That system I've got down. You take
Excuse
fatigue
me,
first, and
don't
then
put
you start
3 in
taking
mine.
wounds.
Ben.
Okay.
Hold on. I had my armor on. I shouldn't have 3 fatigue.
Oh, done. Sorry. My bad.
I just put in mine myself.
Okay. Now, the fun part is that we need to keep doing that. So,
That 30-minute rules discussion wasn't the fun part.
yeah, I
God,
know.
Pathfinder. God, Pathfinder.
So, I need everyone to make me 7 more fortitude saves.
Okay, wait, hold on, Ben. If I were to do a flip, can I substitute that?
A -2.
My fortitude.
No.
It is unfortunately not a skill check.
No.
Is
Can I-
there a way to do like multiple? How did you do that?
you click and hold, and then you right click how many times you want to roll it. But it added them all together. So I don't know if
Wait,
that was.
click and hold on what?
Click and
You can
hold the
drag
d20.
Oh, that's so cool.
and then
You
you
can do
right
it on your
click.
fortitude.
Oh,
so-
dude, that's dope. Okay, so how many do you need? 7?
7 more.
Didn't well. I
Remember
guess I
though,
put
your
on for a couple of them.
the DC increases by
The DC
1
increases each time, but
each
we've got the
turn.
rolls. That's the important part.
It just means that sometimes we'll take damage and sometimes we
But
won't.
my rolls decreased each time. So
Okay,
that's
so
not-
Corey, you got a +6. You actually got a +8.
Plus-
well, wait. Plus 10 because you said there's plus 4.
Plus the
Yeah, I
survival
have a
check.
+10 as well.
Yeah, okay, so +10. So 22 passes, 23 passes, 22 passes. 11 is going to fail, so there's 1. 18 is going to fail that one. 18 is going to fail again. And 23 will pass.
That meets
Three.
it. Yeah. The last one will be DC 23.
Yeah, last one's DC 23. So you take
All right,
3 more D4. You take 9 more fatigue damage.
In first place.
Kiasi. So we've got DC 16, you pass. 17 fail. 18 fail. 19 fail.
I guess this damage is only
20
going to
pass.
matter if we get like ambushed while we're trying to rest, right?
If
Correct.
you take so much heat damage, you get into heat stroke, and then it gets really bad.
Okay, Kiasi's taking 5 D4 more damage. Also 9. Zost.
This
Plus
is
7.
incredibly tedious.
It is,
Welcome to the crunch.
but we'll get past this. It's okay.
But this is going to happen every day.
Yep.
It is going to happen every day, but we're going to get better at it. We'll get
Unless
faster.
you guys just want to wear your armor while we're walking and then take it off when we're not.
Can we only wear it like for 2 days out of the 12 that we're walking?
I can wear mine for 12 hours a day.
How many days?
But it
But only
runs
for a
out.
total of
Yeah,
it
your
runs
even
out.
your armor won't make the whole trip.
I can get 10 days out of my armor.
Zeus, you take 6 more points of damage.
I think I fail like 5 of them.
4.
4. Oh yeah, the second 7 actually makes it nice.
11 points. And Eden,
Got it.
that's 1, 2, 3.
I'm fine.
Eden got 10 points.
10 points of fatigue?
Yep.
Okay.
Ain't no thing.
You're good. I'm at 9.
I'm at 9 too.
I'm at 12.
I'm at 14 fatigue, but my current SP is 22, so I'm still good. I got a high constitution.
Not for me.
So let's
Oh.
see
Charisma's the weakest.
what fatigue does.
Oh.
If I select Eden and say fatigued, what does she get?
You cannot run or charge. Take a -1 penalty to AC, attack rolls, melee damage rolls, reflex saves, initiative checks, and strength and dex-based skills and ability checks. And you reduce your encumbered limit by 1 bulk.
How the little fuck are you supposed to keep track of all of this shit?
Like
why
you
Human
guys,
Lab makes so much money.
I just have a button I can click.
Yay! What?
Did it reduce my AC and everything though?
It should anytime you actually do a roll now, if you have the
Be
effect of
careful of
fatigue
your
on you.
encumbrance.
Can I try and roll it and see?
Yeah,
Sure.
how's everyone's encumbrance looking?
It
Mine's
didn't
still
change.
No.
Yeah, so you got an effect of -1 to your acrobatics skill.
Oh no, do I do flip though?
Effects, okay.
Okay, but
No, he can only
get rid
flip
of the
back.
fatigue by camping.
Yes, once you heal your
Oops.
non-lethal damage back, you get rid of it.
Okay. So we're tired at the end of the day.
Yes.
That makes sense. All right, cool. Are we
But
still on their trail?
Really
You are
When-
totally still on the trail.
get into a fight and none of us have our armor on.
So when
9 to 11
Sorry.
more days of that.
I
Hey,
really
is it me or does the number crunching really take away the immersion?
It does. I have to admit that.
Ben,
But
can you
that's
take
the
the
way they wrote
fatigue
this
off of
adventure.
me, please? Oh, never mind. I can do it.
Okay, so
I was trying to look up the rule
So-
and I clicked the fatigue thing and it.
so
gave me
we
fatigue.
camp
So-
for the night?
So how many points is it? I mean, if you just have 1 point of fatigue, does that mean you're fatigued?
Yes, if you take any heat damage, you basically suffer from
Okay.
a minor amount of heat stroke, and you become
Okay,
fatigued
gotcha.
for the day.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, wouldn't it be heat exhaustion?
Ugh.
Sure. All right.
Hydrated.
Next day, who wants to make a survival check?
Okay,
Well-
so wait. Okay, so we get a long rest
You totally
in
get a
our
long rest.
tents. So we just heal all of our damage that we just took.
Yep. That's something you spend a point to regenerate all your stamina points, which you then get back on your rest.
Well, yeah. Okay.
We effectively zero out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have all of our points.
Cool. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
Again.
it again.
Would it be
And-
beneficial for us to wait until night to move, or do we want to just travel through the heat?
The
I will say-
jungles are really dangerous at night, right? Is what they said.
Yeah, and traveling at night is going to make it substantially harder to follow the tracks.
Okay.
Let's start the second day off with another survival check.
Okay,
Try
for
and-
nibbles, you used 12 hours of your armor, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to wear my armor, so I don't think you need to track it if it takes us 10 days.
Okay.
How
Well, if
come
it
your
takes you
armor
11.
can last?
Because it's level 5, and
Level
we're
5,
traveling
yeah.
for 12 hours a day, and you get...
I get 10 days out of it.
My armor should, since it's level 5, I should get 10 days out of it also.
Yep.
Yeah. The rest of us aren't wearing our armor because it's only like I have level 2, Eden has level 2.
Keeper armor.
Yeah.
So I could only either get there or back, not there and back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does the trek look so far? Are we encountering any mountains yet? Anything strenuous?
No, you feel like you made it about halfway across the plains, and as you approach the mountains.
Okay, okay. So we're still on flat ground?
Yeah, it's been relatively flat so far.
I'm
I'll get
saving
into the
it.
mountains, then I'll start wearing my armor.
I'm gonna roll to aid
Yeah.
Zost in his survival check.
Yay! I'm
Wow,
gonna
you
roll the 8 as well.
More tracks.
+2 for me.
Yay!
I am not helpful again.
You're kind of a natural at this.
I was never helpful.
You know,
You
when
got
you
another
were
31.
you know were a hired gun for a while. You
Oh,
know
that is
how
another
to
31.
Find things, you know.
Eden did an excellent job of that fortitude save.
Oh, God damn it! I thought we were rolling fortitude. I'm sorry.
Well, we were rolling to help with picking up the trail.
Hey, still good. 17.
Hey, 33.
All right. So, Zos, once again, you're able to consult the notes, see that they do seem to be still traveling in the general direction of where you think they're going to go. You're also able to pick up tracks. So, by and large, what you're seeing is exactly what you expect to see, and you continue traveling.
All right, 8 fortitude saves.
Uh,
Let's go.
let's do the first 4, and then you guys can stop for lunch.
4.
I just realized I don't have to roll to aid on survival. It just automatically happens.
Just 4?
I think I fail the first one and I make the next 3.
That would be correct.
Did I click 5?
Okay, so Eridan is going to take 1d4.
Oh wait, what's the DC? It's 15?
15, then 16,
Yeah.
then 17, then 18.
And I get getting +4. Okay.
Yeah, you have +10 on yours.
Yeah.
So Corey gets 1d4. Zos gets 2d4. Eden gets 1d4. Okay. So you continue to make your way across the
How much
grasslands.
do I take?
Wait, what was the damage? You just rolled them, but you didn't tell what the damage was.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eridan gets 2. Clare gets 3. Zost gets 3. Eden gets 1.
Yay!
I didn't roll Kiasi's. Kiasi gets 2d3. Kiasi gets 7.
Damn.
And as you guys are traveling across the grasslands, again, you've continued to see a lot of tracks. It's actually making it somewhat harder to follow the tracks of the actual humanoids. And you also come across a creature that some of you may or may not recognize.
Oh, you put the armor on.
Maybe
If
a
it's-
life science check. Anyone who's interested.
Public or tower?
Public is fine.
I don't want to know.
Yay! I contributed.
Okay,
it's
so Kiasi, You recognize these things. It's an animal called a Yadruk. And it looks
How
like that.
cute! Like an elephant, giraffe, walrus.
Can we ride them?
Wait, are you showing it right now? Because I'm not seeing.
It's on the
map.
It's on the map.
The big old token.
I closed the map.
I just
That's
closed.
it. Gosh, the bell. Like an elephant walrus. I don't even know. Really cool. The anteater.
Can you guys see it
Aw,
now?
cute.
How much meat does that bad boy have?
This bad boy has a
Um,
lot of meat. That is a gargantuan.
A
Can
nice
we
reminder that
ride
this is a
them?
wildlife preserve.
For several days worth of
You're
ration, right?
That is true. How does it taste, do you think?
How have you
It's a
been
lot-
getting?
We're in a wildlife reserve, please.
Well, we are
Protein
also
day.
life,
Just for scale, these things are like Brontosaurus size.
That is
So we can ride these puppies from one end of the continent to the other.
I don't think they
I
speak.
didn't hear it, no.
I'd
But
like to make
Kiasi,
a
since she's somewhat more familiar with the animal life on her home planet, knows that Yaruks are immense herbivores that crop tree leaves, even using their sturdy forelimbs to partly climb trunks to reach the higher leaves. They are infamously destructive in their ongoing migrations, toppling whatever isn't convenient to walk around.
Say we ride them.
It does have a hidden benefit, though, because as they travel through these forests and swampy areas, it makes game trails and pathways. It also clears swaths of the canopy to allow for new growth. They're mostly solitary. They will regularly call to their neighbors, and you've been hearing these like trumpeting noises every so often, and those noises were coming from the Yaruks. And they will occasionally form up into a gathering called a moot and wander around together for up to a week before they start to disperse again. And you've gotten to a part of the plains where you stopped for lunch that there are several of these creatures kind of, out there in the distance calling to each other. And you can, the grasslands you're walking through, the grass is fairly high. I mean, it's basically like shoulder height pretty much everywhere you've been going. But you can see them, in the distance, a group of about 8 of them, and they seem to be, grazing.
Is there still evidence of those spores that Zos pointed out earlier?
Yes, there are.
You're gonna make them crazy and try and trample us?
No, again, from everything Zos could determine, or everything anyone could determine, that is pretty typical food for these types of animals. What's unusual is that it was so kind of closely scattered along the path.
Like somebody's trying to cover their tracks.
Gotcha.
Or make a trail.
Should we try to just go past them and not get stepped on?
But we try and ride them.
I agree with not getting stepped on.
being
Make them
stepped on
scream,
is
you
probably
little
not
mice.
a good idea. I vote we make a wide berth. No
Let's stay
interaction.
downwind.
Yes.
All right, so you guys break your little camp for lunch, and you say you're going to try to go around them.
Try and not draw attention to ourselves. Staying downwind. No eye contact.
You guys are no fun.
So another something that Kiasi knows is that, I mean, as big as these creatures are, they don't feel particularly, threatened by smaller creatures. as long as you don't make any sort of aggressive moves and keep a reasonable distance, then they're unlikely to bother you or be bothered by you.
What if I wanted to use my jump jets and stand on its head to get a better view?
I don't think that would be advisable
That is
Okay.
certainly a
It's not
possibility.
unless you want to anger it.
But I could anger it to run forward, and then I could baby. Oh, I'm kidding. But
Hey,
only
there's certainly things you could do.
You would probably need spurs first.
Oh, I have an unspent skill rank. What?
Spurs.
What should I spend it in?
So we're gonna go around the elephant walrus creatures. Elephant and walruses.
Yeah.
Seems like we got the path on the other side of where the herd is at.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Looking for another mushrooms.
So how wide a berth are you going to try to cut them?
Not terribly wide, just enough so we can pick the trail back up.
So like 100 feet?
Yeah, 60
Whatever the
to
captain
100.
says.
Yeah, I'd say like 100 feet.
Okay. So
I'm not sure what is considered a reasonable for them.
As we sit down for lunch, I'm gonna put my armor on, saying that there's bigger creatures, just in case they try and trample us. I don't think they will, based on the captain's, information on them, but armor's back on.
okay. Anything else anybody else wants to do?
Eden will follow. Eden will put on his armor until we get past these big old creatures.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Armor up. Let's go. No heat exhaustion around this shit.
Yeah, I just want to get trampled and not have armor.
I'm not sure if
This is
armor will
gonna
help
keep
much
this
if you get
off,
trampled.
so you can stay a bit more mobile.
It's only going to be like 6 hours of use on the armor. Let's go.
Okay, let me finish putting the appropriate conditions on everyone.
I'm so tired.
Okay. So, you break from lunch. You start making your way around. You give a fairly wide berth to this this moot of Yaruks, and it looks like they're just peacefully munching on whatever food happens to be around. And there is, because they are tend to eat leaves off of trees. You have come up on a bit of a grove of a forest, if you will. You haven't hit like the really thick forest yet, but you're definitely making your way through somewhat of a stand of trees. And by and large, everything seems to be fine. Nothing in particular until you hear a shot.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Good thing you guys put your armor.
Aridin immediately pulls out his gun and begins looking for the source of the shot.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
I'm gonna do it.
Anyone who wants to look at where the shot came from.
Okay.
So bad with my -1. Hey.
So anyone can make a perception check?
Yep.
I really need to get off this trend I have of playing characters that don't have high perception.
Oh no.
You guys hear that?
So, Eridan, you can tell that the shot, like it's a sniper rifle. It just has that sound to it, and it's coming from a fair ways away, and you can't exactly pinpoint where it's coming from, but it seems to be somewhat behind you, like where you guys were. You know, if the Yaruk Moot was on the main path, you swept around wide to the right, and from another stand of trees, even further off to the right, there was a shot. So it's almost like this shot went, through you, if you will. And Kiasi, you get the same sense. You feel like it's coming from that general direction. Nibbles,
Where it was aimed at?
Yes.
you actually see the muzzle flash. Like you just happen to be looking over in that direction, and you saw the flash, heard the shot. But immediately after that, you hear this enormous bellow and roar. As a Yaruk
Man.
calls out in pain. And the creature bellows again. And all the other creatures are now like on high alert. And the one that was shot sees your group and starts
I
charging.
knew everyone would get trampled. God, no.
I suggest everyone does a serpentine pattern.
Stand perfectly still. They can't see you if you don't move.
How
Good advice.
That's unfortunately not true,
Never
Zost.
seen one of these before in my life.
initiative?
What are we doing
Actually,
here? I've never
we will be doing
Oh,
initiative, but this is a little different.
no.
You're not going to be fighting the Yaruks.
Running for our lives.
Awesome.
What we have
Chasing
now is a skill challenge.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I like the sound of this. Oh,
So, here's the rules. On your turns, you each need to choose what you want to do. There are several different abilities you can try. And I will try to jot these down. So you've got use an ability, which is just you make the case for an ability you have, whether it's a spell or something that you could use that might grant you a success in dealing with these angered animals. You can distract, which is bluff or intimidate.
Intimidate them, guys. Don't worry.
You can hide, which is stealth. You can navigate, which is survival. You can scramble, which is athletics. You can spook, which is intimidate. Or you can squeeze, which is acrobatics. As a group, you need to get at least, let's see, there's 6 of you. You need to get 18 successful checks,
jeez.
3 per PC.
Shit.
Now, it doesn't mean that each of you has to succeed 3 times. It just means in total, you've got to get an average of 3 per. And on the Yaruk's turn, they'll do other things. So, why don't we go ahead and roll some initiatives?
Ha. Yes, my very low initiatives have struck again.
Wait, did mine even roll? Didn't.
It did now.
Yeah, but that's way lower than what I saw.
Okay. So, to start of round 1, Zost.
All right. Zost is just going to start calling out towards this front-running charging beast as he starts backing up away from like, whoa, 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 shh, 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 just trying to like get its attention and calm this thing with a survival check.
Okay. Well, let's say what you're describing is more like a distract. If you want to use your survival, then basically you can figure out a good way to get out of the way of this rampaging beast.
All right, then I'm going to look for the clearest route to escape this thing's immediate charge path.
Okay.
27.
All right. So you guys are still far enough back that like the creatures haven't really gotten that close to you yet. Now these again are gargantuan creatures, massive, brontosaurus size things. But you're able to see that like you can tell everyone come this way and run and like dive down amongst some of the roots of these trees that you have to be going through in a way that would likely keep you out of the path of this first beast and kind of hide you from it.
Covered. Yeah, absolutely.
So you successfully get navigate and start to bring your group out of their path. Clore.
Okay, so can I do something that's really just kind of for flair, but not so much goes with the check, but kind of helps me with the check a little bit? That makes sense.
Okay, you can describe what you want to do, sure.
So I'm hoping to use Intimidate, and what I want to do is I have Stellar Rush, and as a standard action, I wreath myself in Stellar Fire. And so I want to be like, glowing flame, trying to intimidate this thing. Maybe it's afraid of fire and it won't come towards us. And so I want to kind of stand my ground, as sturdy as I can be and breathe myself in stellar fire to intimidate it. So maybe it won't charge us. That's my plan. That
Okay.
works.
I will say that by expending that, and that's basically a spell-like ability or something along those lines.
It's along with my weapon. It's one of the photon things, and it just, as a standard action, it's just something that I get.
Okay.
And then with fully attuned, I get to do more, but that's not, since it hasn't been 3 levels. That's just something I get. Basically, I can charge without the penalties, but I like the idea of
It's
me
an
moving
at
myself
will
on the
as long
side.
as she's attuned to photon.
Okay. In that case, I will give you a +4 to an intimidate check to try to spook this thing.
Take it. I was holding control, sorry. 28.
All right. So all of a sudden this flame like jumps up from where you're standing, and the nearest Yaruk kind of like flinches back from this like sudden gout of fire, and it takes like a step slightly to the side as it kind of rushes up on you, and you think you have successfully spooked it.
Take it. Nice.
All right, now it's the Yaruk's turn. Let's see what happens with him. Or really with them. Oh, where'd my table go? There you are. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Nope.
No.
Okay. This group, there's like 4 or 5 of them that have charged forward. The other ones seem to have run into the other direction. But the the one in the lead suddenly changes direction and starts charging down on you even more ferociously. So until their next turn, everyone's going to take a -4 penalty to any of the skill checks you perform if you use the same action that you used during the previous phase.
So only for Zost and Kore, because no one else went?
Correct.
Okay.
Technically, this Yuri supposed to go at the beginning of the phase. I may do that next round, but yeah, for now, that's it. So they're still bearing down on you, but nothing else has happened yet. And it is Kiasi's turn.
Okay. Okay, I want to cast a spell to try to distract them.
Okay.
Or not really distract, but I guess if it's possible to kind of confuse. I want to cast Mirror.
Okay. So you cast Mirror Image and basically make it so it's harder for them to figure out which of the things they're trying to trample.
Yes. I also forgot how to make it so I can cast.
Oh, I don't think you've had I don't think you've officially rested since the last time we did any of this stuff. So hang on a second. For your spells, let's see, Mirror Image. There you go. You cast one of them now.
Oh, I just have to check it off.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to say that is a successful use of a distract ability, because you've basically given them all of a sudden multiple targets that they weren't expecting to have to see through. So that is your third success. You guys are on a roll. Nibbles, what you gonna do?
All right. Nibbles is going to pull a Gimli and run between the legs for a squeeze.
Okay.
But I have Moxie, which gives me a +5 racial bonus for attempting an acrobatics check to tumble through a space of an opponent that's at least one size larger than me.
I'll let you apply that this time.
Hey, before you leave, since Arodin notices the same direction as them, can he say, "Did you see where the gunshot went off?"
Yeah, as I'm tumbling through, I point off and I'm like, they're over that way.
How far?
Probably 200 yards.
200 yards.
Okay, that's too far.
All right, so this will be acrobatics +5. 19.
You just made it. Like,
Yeah.
you're used to like squeezing through tight spaces, but this thing, like, it's like that scene from Lord of the Rings where the big elephant thing steps like right next to where you just tumbled, and your heart starts racing faster than you ever thought it could. 'Cause you're like, that was too close. That was too close. That was too close.
Ha. Exactly as I planned.
Okay, Airden.
It's been. I guess my highest skill here is acrobatics. So Arodin will follow Nibbles.
So you're also squeezing?
Yep. Oh.
All right. You do it a little more adroitly than Nibbles did, but you managed to like follow him through the legs of one of these trampling titans.
Her.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. And Eden. Eden, on the other hand, is unsuccessful in his attempt to squeeze through, and instead realizes that he's about to get stepped on, jumps backwards, and is separated from the group. No success.
Mm.
And let's see what the Yuruks do this time.
How long do you think it'll be before those kids have a new daddy?
Okay. Gang up. Oh, this isn't good. I think, unfortunately, Eden's going to be the target of this. Okay.
Rachel's unusually quiet.
She is.
That's a lot of D8s.
Okay, there's that one.
I know she
Seriously?
didn't even say anything when I
Okay.
said
You guys-
daddy.
Oh God, why did you not hear me when? Oh God,
You
what?
said
No,
nothing.
we didn't hear anything.
I know that. God, well, okay. I've been talking for a while, and I've like, why are you guys? I
We
felt a
haven't
little.
heard anything.
You were muted.
My microphone wasn't working. Okay, what happened? Well, I know what happened. I'm being gung up on.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the
How
first
long-
thing that happens
Okay.
is that one of these Yaruk, the one that almost stepped on you,
Yeah.
bellows.
Mhm.
And it's right above you. So you and let's see how many others. And 3 others. So, who's it going to be? It's going to be Eridan's 1, Nibbles 2, Kiasi's 4, Corey 5 and 6. Okay. So there's Kiasi. Eden's already in it. Corey. They want to die onto the floor. That's annoying. Nibbles. So Kiasi, Eden, Nibbles, and Corey. Each of you is going to make a fortitude save.
It's always 42. Always 42.
Was I in that list?
You were
I didn't
not.
think I was. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
It was a 7.
So, Kiasi, Nibbles, and Eden, you all take
Oh.
8 points of sonic damage from the sheer volume of this thing. And each of you is going to take a -2 penalty on your skill check during this phase.
But the -4 is gone from the last thing.
None of you were repeating anything, so yeah, it's gone. The second thing that's going to happen
Where
is
do we put
that
-8 to?
it's 8 hit points of damage, or it's 8 points of damage. So it's going to go first into your stamina points. So your fatigue.
Okay. All right.
The next thing that happens is that one of the other Yadaruk comes crashing just right through a clump of these trees, sending branches and splinters everywhere. So everyone make me a reflex save.
Oh no.
Need 2 more reflex saves.
Come on.
So everybody?
Yep, everybody.
Oh, 2 reflexes.
Oh, I got a 2.
Ooh.
We're 2
Oh, no,
buddies.
Kiasi, you didn't need to make a second one. I just needed Eden and Aridin to do theirs.
Oh.
So Corey, Zost, Edent, and Eridan, you're all going to take the full damage of
Can
4
we not?
points. And Kiasi and Nibbles, you take 2 points of damage.
So a total of how much damage?
You're taking 2.
No, from like I forgot the number.
Previously you
before.
took 8. So you have a
How
total of 10 points of damage.
How much did Eden take again?
4.
Eden,
4?
you took 12 points of damage in total.
12 points of damage. Okay. Okay.
How you looking, Eden?
I've only got 11 SP left, so not that good.
Wait, do we put it under
makes you
fatigue
feel
or
any better? I've gone
wound?
into
Fatigue first. That's like your buffer hit points before.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think y'all should have that many yet.
They had fire damage from before.
Yeah, but only some.
She
I mean,
got
7
9
was the
points.
maximum fire damage.
She got
Yeah.
9 points on hers because she failed 4 of them.
So Kiasi, you should have had 7
Oh,
points
yeah.
of fatigue damage.
Sorry, I did my math wrong. I was looking at current rather than max. So I currently have 17 fatigue. Yes.
Yeah, that's more like it. And Eden, I don't think you should have 21 either.
Because I had 1, and then I had 8, and then I had 12.
No, then you had 4.
It was 12 total, like the 8 and the 4.
Oh, okay, I thought I was taking 12. Okay.
Yeah,
So then
that's
I
why I
have-
was trying to say 4.
Okay. Immediately after you said 4, I heard 12, and I thought,
Well, someone
That's-
asked me how many total. I was like, okay. Then it was
all right.
okay.
Please. Not
Now, Zost, it's your turn.
All right. So seeing that their pattern has just shifted, I'm going to try and get a read on these things. See if, like, do these things look like crazed wild animals? Like, is there murderous intent in their eyes, or like, are they looking to scare and then maybe flee, or what's our best strategy? Trying to get a read on their motives, if you will.
You don't even need to make a check for that. It seems pretty clear that the one in the lead is charging whatever it thinks attacked it and is trying to deal with what it takes as a threat.
All right, they're going to look for the tree line to see, looking in the direction where Nibbles pointed to see if I can spot any movement.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a check.
Oh, that's a good roll.
You're pretty sure you see a small shape jump down out of a tree, but you can't really make out what it is or who it is.
See movement.
Now, what do you want to do about the more immediate threat of the Yaruks that are, still trying to trample you guys?
Trying to start making my way a little bit closer towards them to make myself a little bit more obvious. There's some movement over there.
Well, again, the movement you saw was probably 200-300 yards away.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
effectively that's what I'm doing with this round, unless I can also cast a spell in addition.
oh, yeah, you can do multiple things in a round.
In that case, I am going to launch a force disc at the closest one of these Yaruks.
Okay. Now, so you're going to attack it.
I am at the one that's just pounding away on Eden.
Aw.
Well, I will say that the way the actions are written up, if you successfully attack it and deal damage, you will get a bonus on a spook check, which is an intimidate check.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, sign me up for that. No, never mind. I only have a +3 on intimidate. My charisma sucks.
I I have a +9. I can go at it. I'll intimidate the fuck out of
How
these
can
guys.
I use piloting in this situation?
I told you to
Same
ride
way
it.
you can use a flip.
I mean,
So-
I'm
Just
down
on
to,
a slow
jump
round.
jet up there and ride it.
So go ahead and make me the attack roll for your force disc.
Could I try and make it look like these force discs are emerging from the flames around Corey? So she might be able to get that bonus to her intimidation?
Afraid not.
Okay. But a 20 versus EAC?
That's a hit.
Nice.
Deal some damage.
First one is going to take 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to bounce off into the second one for 3 force damage.
Okay. So you will gain a +2 bonus to your intimidate check.
Ooh. You want me to roll it now or next
Yes. No, now.
turn? A 7.
Unfortunately, this is a very large creature who is not particularly injured or threatened by the amount of damage you just dealt it. In fact, that was, well, much less than 10% of its hit points.
Huh.
So, that was not a success. Anything else you want to do?
That's it for Zost.
Corey.
Okay, so this round I want to try and scramble, and I'm gonna do that by scrambling underneath the one that Eden seems to be trapped near and see if I can try and like scoop him up and get him out of the way and, you know,
Okay.
help him out, hopefully.
That'll be an athletics check.
Let's see. 18, 23. Hey, that's not bad.
That is a success.
I got you, buddy. You're gonna go home to those kids.
So you successfully run across there, grab up Eden from just before one of these Yaruks like steps on him, and hightail it further into the jungle or into the trees. Is there anything else you want to do?
That's what I'll do this round.
Okay. Like I said, you are allowed to make multiple checks in a single round.
Oh,
But if you decide to make multiple checks, you will get a -3 for each check. So like if you decide to do 1, no penalty. If you do 2, it's -3 for each. If you do
Okay,
3, it's -6 for each.
so after I scoop up Eden, I will turn around and try and intimidate it again. Like, hey, this is my turf. You don't step on my mice. These are my mice.
Thank you.
So I'll try and intimidate.
Okay, now are you trying to distract it or are you trying to spook it?
I guess I'll try and distract it from Eden and, you know, take its attention off Eden and onto me.
Just like that. Mama.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make
What?
your intimidate check.
I can't even hear you guys. Oh, no.
Well, that is a successful distract. You have drawn its attention. You take a -2 penalty to your AC and saves against any of the effects in the next round. But everyone else gets a +2 to their AC and saves.
Yay.
Hey, worth it. You're welcome. Use it wisely.
But unfortunately, that does not get you any successes.
Oh. Well, I tried, guys.
Kiasi.
Okay. I want to. I'm not sure if it'll actually work, but I'll try. I want to try to spook it. by casting Ghost Sound and make it sound like an explosion.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're like too loud for them to actually hear it, but I'm going to.
You can make it as loud as you can manage, and we'll see
Well,
what
it
it
says
does.
Oh. I
So
still
that will be
can't. I don't see any like. Oh, and
Spook will
I'm
be
not
an
too good at
intimidate
that.
check.
Oh, that.
So you channel this magical energy near the head of the charging Yaruk, and you make as loud an explosion as you can. And all it does is it starts to bellow again. You do not seem to have spooked it. Is there anything else you
Okay.
want to do?
No, I think I'm.
Nibbles.
All right. I'm going to try to do 2. I want to see if my mobility feat will assist me in squeezing and evading the feats.
Okay, so you want to squeeze, and then what?
So I'm going to squeeze and evade the feet and then dive into a nearby shrub and hide.
Okay.
So my mobility feat just gives me a +4 to AC, but we'll see what happens.
Go ahead and make your acrobatics check to squeeze.
Nope.
Unfortunately, that is not a success. But you can also try to hide.
And I will try to hide. This is at a -5.
Ooh.
You
29.
successfully hide. Unfortunately, hiding does not give you any successes or get you any closer to getting away from these creatures.
You
What
didn't
it does
say
do,
that.
what it does do, is give you a +2 circumstance bonus to your AC and saves. So you now have +4 to all your AC and saves. And should you have gotten randomly selected as the target of one of its abilities, someone else gets randomly targeted instead.
Awesome.
I mean, not awesome. We have like 1 billion more successes to go.
Aridin, what would you like to do?
End this encounter. Um. That completely defeats the thing I wanted to do.
But you
Yeah, because what I wanted to do was hide from them, start moving towards the thing that we saw moving. But apparently, we're not allowed to do that. So, whatever.
Well, just imagine it as that you got these 5 very massive creatures, rampaging all around you.
Well,
It's
yeah, my
hard
idea
to.
was going to be to stealth and hide and move away from them, but apparently that doesn't actually help us succeed at this encounter, so.
No, it helps you. It doesn't help the rest of the group. So, I thought you were going to squeeze.
Yeah.
All right. So, describe how you are continuing to escape from these Yaruks successfully.
I have no idea, because I really don't understand what's... Like, which direction are they moving? Which direction are we moving? I have no idea.
Well,
Because what I want to do is move towards that thing that started the shape that started this whole thing. That's what I want to do.
you're free to move in that direction.
That's the direction I would like to move. But like, I'm confused because like, aren't the yards like not even that direction yet?
So, let's see if I can draw it on the map a little bit. I don't know where my Yaruk token went away.
He stampeded away.
They're gone. We did it.
So there's the Yaruks. There were you guys. And then like, oh, whoops. And then like way over there was someone or something. You hear a shot. It kind of goes like right over your heads. Hits a Yaruk. You're in, a somewhat forested area. The Yaruks turn around and start charging you and try to like trample all over you. They're just, rah, all over
So
the
which
place.
direction were we originally heading? Like, did
You
the
were
shot
basically
come
heading. Consider you were heading north in this situation.
Okay.
You were heading north. You're
we
bypassing
went
around
around?
these guys.
Okay. So there's someone off to the side shot?
Yep.
Way over off to the side. Okay.
And now it's more like this.
Who has a burrow feet and we can just go underground until they stampede over us?
I mean, I want to know what kind of a sniper rifle can fire over a third of a mile.
A good one.
Yeah. Way better one than the one I have.
No, yours will shoot that far.
Oh, well, the furthest mine shoots is 250 feet. You said he was 200 yards away. That's a
You just
big
take
difference.
range increment penalties beyond that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just range increment penalties.
No, I'm pretty sure you can't actually hit a target that's further than that away. That's like outside of your max range increment.
I'm trying
A
to find.
bullet doesn't just keep flying forever.
No, it doesn't. But even in our world, a sniper rifle can easily shoot 300 yards.
Yeah, but not in this one.
Okay, well, it didn't give me a specific distance. It just said, from the distance.
No, I get it. I think my beef is with the adventure, not with it's okay. Because I think the adventure doesn't want you to like go get the shooter. It wants you to deal with the animals. So I'm
Yes,
holding things up. I succeed, we move on.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Eden,
Oh,
you're up.
sorry.
What's up? Okay, so as Jorge is running back, I want to throw a smoke grenade behind us so that way it obscures us. So I think that is a distract, right?
I would consider that a distract, yeah.
Okay, and what do I have to roll for a distraction, or should I just roll my grenade?
It's going to be bluff or intimidate for a distraction.
Okay, bluff or intimidate. Nothing in bluff. I got 6 plus in intimidation.
Actually-
Let's do this.
Since you've already had one person do distract during this round,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you try to use the smoke grenade as a spook?
What would I roll for spook again?
Intimidate.
Okay. Woo. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
You definitely succeed at spooking this thing. All of a sudden, this like smoke just pops right in front of its face as you throw the grenade, 40 feet up in the air, and it goes poof. And you have garnered yourselves another success.
Man, and I almost didn't pack the smoke grenade. I just didn't bring it done.
All right.
And you didn't leave it on the ship.
And it's back around to the Aruks. Let's see what they do this time. Again, a sudden shift. They change the direction. You know, that you've managed to spook a couple of them. The one in the lead sort of wrangles them back together and like turns sharply and comes back after you. So anyone who repeats a skill check they used in the previous round is going to take a -4 penalty.
Oh.
Zost, you're up.
All right, Zost is going to try and eyeball some low but sturdy looking tree branches that might be able to just clothesline these things if they're charging at us that way. Going to try and navigate our path with survival.
Okay.
At 29.
You successfully spot a path that's leading you, you know, kind of away from the immediate charging direction. And you actually see something in the distance that draws your attention. There is a bridge. It's like there's a small river, or maybe even just sort of a creek.
Rope bridge.
But there's this stone bridge crossing it. And it looks like it's, you know, walking size, you know, probably big enough for two people to walk side by side across it. But you got a feeling it's nowhere near big enough for these things to cross. You think if you can get across that, you can probably get away.
This way, there's a passage we might be able to cross. Follow me. And that'll be Zost's turn.
All right, Corey.
So last time I did 2 checks. Does that mean I can't do either of those 2 checks, or I'll get the minus?
It does mean if you repeat either of them, you will get a -4 on that check.
So even if I, like last time I tried to distract, if this time I tried to spook, because it's still an intimidate check, I would get the
No, I
negative?
would consider those to be different attempts.
Okay. So that I will try and spook it again this time, seeing that it's, you know, everyone else seems to be out of the way, and I'm going to try and intimidate it to see if I can get it to pause for a second and give everyone a chance to scramble to the bridge.
Okay.
23.
23 is a successful spook. Describe how you spook it.
I'll use my flames again. That was fun. I felt kind of like a badass when that happened. So I'll call upon my what was it called? Oh, the photon thing, the charging one. Where did it go?
Your photon attunement.
Yeah, the stellar rush. Where I read myself in stellar fire, and I go to like kind of take a couple steps intimidatingly. Like, I will charge you. I know I'm like a fly, but you know, elephants are scared of mice, so there we have it. I can freak him out. I'm a little fire mouse.
Excellent. Kiasi, what are you going to do now that the fire mouse has intimidated the Aruk?
I am going to, because I spooked last round, right?
You did?
Okay. I'm going to try to distract it.
Okay.
And oh my god. I don't know how.
Do the thing where, you know, you fake throw the ball for the dog. Make them.
I thought about that because I could use psychokinetic hand, but I don't know if there's anything near us that would successfully distract it. Because I can only move an object of one bulk.
Look, some delicious fungus.
You can just do a little dance that basically says, "Come and get me." I mean, there are 3 of you.
Oh yeah, there is 3
Or
of us.
possibly more.
Okay.
Dancers.
I'm going to use I'm gonna use ghost sound again and
Okay.
make another a noise, except this time it's gonna be near me. So like another
Okay.
kind of explosion. I'm gonna make it as loud as I can possibly handle it.
Sure.
Would that be I'll do a bluff. No, I'll do intimidate, I guess. 22?
You successfully distracted. So you now have his attention, or one of them's attention, and you're going to take a -2 penalty to AC and saves. Everybody else gets a +2.
Sweet.
All right, Nibbles.
Okay. Do. I was looking up sniper rules. Let's see. What can I do? Apparently hiding is not helping. There's no computers in the jungle, so I can't do that. I'm going to... you said scramble is athletics?
Scrambles athletics.
All right. And has anyone done a squeeze yet this turn?
No, but you did last turn, so you would take a -4 for it.
But I was excluded from being targeted from those things, right?
You were excluded from being targeted by the potential attacks they have.
Oh, okay. I thought you said effects as well. Okay. I'll try a scramble. $24.
And you successfully scramble.
Now, let me tell the rules real quick for sniper weapons, Nick. Your sniper range, you have to use a move action in order to get that 250 feet.
Yeah,
aiming.
I know.
And then your maximum range for a sniper weapon is 2,500 feet.
Where did you find that?
It's under the range and penalties on the SRD. But you take a -2. So if you were to aim, you would take a -2 for every 250 feet past your first increment.
Is that on the weapons page?
No, it's under the rules. It's not tied to the weapon.
Jeez.
If you're looking at like the Aeon SRD, it's under standard actions, and then you have to go down to range and penalties. But yeah, so you can shoot up to 2,500 feet, but you would take a -20 to shoot.
Oh, okay. So they're just the greatest shot of all time.
Yeah.
Aridin, you're up.
I mean, none of my skills help here. I guess somebody already used survival, right?
Yeah, but you can use survival. Like, that's fine.
Okay, but if I use acrobatics, I take a -4.
You
Correct.
can't use the same thing you did last time, yeah.
Okay. So I get a +2 because they did their intimidate, right? Because they're distracting them.
You get a +2 against saves and AC bonus. But
Okay. Well, 14.
you begin, after having had Zost point the way, you begin making your way towards that bridge, but because of the damage these things are doing, they're knocking trees over, they're stomping on things, you're having a hard time making the path. You do not generate an additional success. Eden, what you got?
So I can't use the same skill that I used in the last round?
You can, just you get a -4 penalty if you do.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
But then again, you used Intimidate last round, so.
I did, yeah. So I'll try distracting them again. This time firing away or firing into the trees near them, so hopefully maybe a branch will fall and that'll just distract them a bit more, and I'll roll for bluff.
Okay.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
got
we've already had one successful distract, but you can do it.
Okay, yeah, no, totally. Okay.
You were not successful in distracting them.
Well, shoot.
Their attention is still focused on Kiasi. Okay. And since Kiasi has their attention, they're ganging up on her. So let's see what happens now. D8. Okay, the first thing that happens is that everyone needs to make me a reflex save.
But we all get a +2 now, right?
Everyone except Kiasi gets a +2.
I get a -2, right?
That is correct.
Really needing that +2.
So
Does
a 9.
my hide doesn't take into this, right?
You weren't hiding this last round, so
Okay, so just +2.
Come on.
25.
okay. So Nibbles, you successfully avoid the shower of splinters and everything. You take 2 points. Everyone else takes 4 points of damage.
I take no damage. I have evasion.
And then, Kiasi, I need you to make me another reflex save.
13.
Oh, missed it by 1.
Ah,
One of the Yaruks runs into a tree, and the tree topples and crashes almost directly on top of you. You take 15 points of damage.
Oh, crap.
ooh, I'm not looking too good.
Oh.
Oh,
And all the PCs take a -1 penalty to acrobatics, athletics, and survival checks during this phase.
Cool.
But, Zost, you guys have almost made it to the bridge. You think if you can just get everybody there, you'll finally be out of this. And it's your turn.
All right. Going to try and predict their charge pattern to try and circumnavigate the party in the best route by doubling down on the survival check. So this is going to be a -1 because of their hit on Kiasi.
So you're trying to do a survival check.
Yes.
Okay, so this is like a new round, so it's just straight up normal survival check.
Okay.
You said after
You said we got a
Kiasi.
-1 on everything.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right.
Rook are ganging up.
Yeah, you do get a -1 to that. So
All right, so a 19 survival.
that's a success. And with that, you're able to pick your way just past the knockdown tree and lead everyone safely across the bridge. And as the Yaruks come after you, the first one steps on the bridge trying to come after you, and the bridge just starts to give way, like in Barad-dûr or Moria, and it steps back before it falls into the water, but the bridge crumples behind you and collapses.
We're not going back that way.
Well, that's just great.
And you have safely made it away from the trampling titans.
Jesus Christ. Let us not. Well, I don't want to go back that way ever again. I told you that those things were trouble as soon as I saw them. Captain, are you okay?
Never
You-
been better.
You
look-
know,
That
I
looks
just,
like
I
a
don't,
seen that.
I
That's
don't
a
think
lot of blood
they,
you're bleeding.
well, they should be preserved. I think they should just die.
It would have
And
been hard to kill.
you find yourselves in this setting,
Oh, how pretty.
and in
Okay.
front of you
That is.
is a large obelisk. And something about it tickles your memories. You look back at, after a few minutes go by, and you've kind of calmed down from the chase, and the Yaruks have started to disperse on the other side of the river. You remember that there was something like this in Hawkweem Zahn's notes. He said something about what he called a rune obelisk. And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's an obelisk, not very foreboding at all.
Can't be
course not.
worse
Don't worry,
than
guys. I'm very
elephant.
cultured. I'll figure it out.
The plants are so
Walrus
pretty. How could it be
eater.
wrong?
I know it's so pretty here. Like, let's just sit here for a while. Take a breath. Take a day. Take our armor off. How are we gonna get back? Our bridge is gone.
Not over that bridge.
Well, Nick, I'm sorry that this was an adventure in exploring the rules of environmental hazards and skill checks.
I just thought it was poor design.
I don't
Like-
disagree with you.
Yeah, like it was just poor design. Because, like, honestly, it didn't seem like. I guess my biggest gripe with that encounter was there was no way to.
There was
Right?
no way to.
Cut out right after saying no
Oh,
way.
I was gonna say my biggest gripe with it is that there's no way to avoid it. Right? Like, no matter what you do, that encounter is gonna happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. See, I hate that. I hate that. Like that like is biggest gripe with it, because it's just like it gives us no choice, which is really annoying. Like, I guess that's why I didn't enjoy that skill challenge, because our choices didn't fucking matter. You know, like I was just like, I wasn't really engaged with it, because like I wanted to go catch the guy that like started it, you know, and it's just like the game's like, nope, you can't do that, you know, and it's I didn't like that. It just left a really bad taste in my mouth.
I understand.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it has nothing to do with how you're DMing. Like it's strictly with how this is written, I think.
At least
I
no
think
one
this-
died.
I think this is
Yeah.
the problem with all. This is the first Starfinder adventure. I think all the first adventures kind of have some of that stuff where it's like, we need to show off some of the mechanics you can use. But I will be right back.
I vote next time we eat them.
No.
We should have gone with Eden's plan.
I
Well,
think
that's
that-
the other thing too. Like, I don't even know if you turn and actually try to kill one of them. Like,
We
if
would
it
have been
even
able to.
No,
yeah, if it even does
they want you to
anything.
run
Well, 'cause
from
there's
it. You
5
can't
of
fight 'em
them.
at this level.
Yeah,
And
the
then the
idea-
size of like bronze
Even if
sword.
you could like get a couple attacks in, like, and he said, you know, that one attack wasn't even close to 10% of his health. Like, it's like that was they're monstrous beings. And then
could've-
there's 5 of them.
I'm just saying, we could have Oregon trailed it, and we could have gotten some meat. We could have killed it, and only got like 5% of the meat.
Well, like I just was like, okay, like if this guy's sniper rifle can hit them, like maybe mine. rifle can hit him, right? Like, you know, and it's like I was much more worried about what set this off than this thing actually happening, right? Because like in theory, yeah, like because also how many successes did he say at the beginning?
18.
18, and we only got 12.
Yeah.
So it didn't even matter in the end.
Yeah, I decided I didn't want to do the full 18 because
Yeah.
it was just, you know, going to be longer than it was worth.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, who designed this?
But guys, I hope you had fun, and we'll pick up from there in a couple of weeks.
It'll be good. It'll
Night,
be good.
everyone.
Yeah. No more. Now that we understand how the environmental rules work, we don't have to spend 30 minutes talking about it.
Exactly.